Alrighty. So, kind of the main points I want to hit on today is time, what our kind of future lecture topics should be, give everyone a chance to answer literally any questions they could possibly think of. Just give a brief intro to CCDC. Probably forgo that since both of you have already participated, but I'll probably talk a little bit about that for the sake of the recording, and then talk a little bit about CS labs. So, how often do you guys want to meet and have practices for CCDC? We are, let's see, it's mid-October, and the competition's what, beginning of February?
Yeah, so we're looking at 3 months.
Okay. So how often, frequency-wise, like once a week, once every other week, once a month? Like, what are we thinking? Probably not once
I think
a month.
it should be more of a ramp up.
Okay.
The one thing we do got going for us this year is starting late in January because of COVID and online.
Yeah.
So I think probably for the rest of this semester, maybe do once every 3 weeks or something like that. Just that way it's not like once a month, but it's like we're still ramping up for it.
Yeah.
It's just like good middle ground between 2 weeks and every month. So, I mean, I'm more than willing, that's just an idea thrown out there.
Yeah. Well, see, what I'm thinking about doing a little bit differently this semester is try to take a leaf out of Professor Sexton's book and just give some of the lectures via like a YouTube live stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I can take questions and stuff like that. That way, I'm thinking about trying that out and see how that was received, whether people preferred that to just Zoom meetings. So
I think it would help attendance, though. That would be kind of a hard thing to track.
Yeah. It's certainly less. It's harder to get feedback and questions and stuff like that when there's only like a chat and stuff like that. I keep saying that a lot, but yeah.
I don't know. I say go for it. We'll put them up on YouTube and we'll kind of see how that runs. Worst of all, we write it in our wiki that we've tried this. This is what we found. Feel free to do it again if you have better ideas. But that, at least we can write that down.
I definitely want these to go up. I will probably mention that I am due to be graduating pretty soon. So I'll probably want to look into training somebody else up as a captain this semester, because this will be very likely be the last semester I'm able to participate in CCDC.
Are you graduating in December?
Let's see.
Let's start 21 December.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's something we'll just have to look forward then, because I know I'm graduating in May.
That's something we're gonna want to look into, because this will be the last semester I'll be able to participate in CCDC. I'll probably want to gather up some sort of care package and leave it for the next captain, whoever that may be.
Yeah, that's kind of my goal with CS Labs too, is just kind of send it off, put the next proposal in, and then let whoever takes it over from there. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at too, unfortunately. So at least you got an extra semester.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bunch of stuff go on this weekend. I want to let you know particularly. I don't think I'll be able to do any more lectures this year.
Okay.
So this GraphQL one will be my last one. Not to say too much because I know it's recording right now. A lot of 2 jobs and full-time school. So
yeah, that's I've from the beginning I was pretty sure you hated yourself. So
I don't hate myself. It's just I don't like myself that much.
Yeah, but we can get into that in a few minutes.
Yeah. So
I get an idea of I've got an idea.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I will continue doing the capstone stuff. Mm-hmm. I will do the CI/CD for the capstone and kind of set hopefully some basis there with run deck and things like that. After that, unless it's small, I'm not going to be able to help much with CSG. At this moment,
Yeah.
my plan is to try to get to next month when we have elections. Once we have elections, I'm willing to help, give guidance, but after that, I'm going to have to step out.
Yeah, that I understand. Totally understand.
Yeah, and I just don't want to leave with that and like without helping you guys. But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I
at the end of the
understand.
day, it's college is 4 years, and I've got the rest of my life to live.
Yeah, yeah, no, I totally understand. We can get into that
Yeah.
in a few minutes. Let's see. Next thing on the agenda is lecture topics. So I'm really thinking that my first few lectures are probably going to focus on purely Linux stuff, basic Linux command line stuff, packages and services, building up checklists for people to go through when securing their systems, just because so much of CCDC relies on Linux. Is there anything else you guys think I should hit on in particular, or anything you guys think I should add?
No, not particularly. The two oddballs are the Splunk systems and Palo Alto. Those are the two that I feel like are way out of that wheelhouse in sense of everything else. So unless we had someone that's really good at either or of those and sit down and do a bunch of stuff, then then at that moment I agree with you. I think the Linux stuff is our best bet.
Yeah.
I can sit down and I can't do it anytime soon, but I can do it probably before you graduate. I can sit down and do a document and some examples on Palo Alto. That way, whoever comes in next can at least have some basis.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a good idea. See. So that sounds good. Alex, do you have any idea what you would like to do as far as roles this year?
Honestly, I'm open to try anything new. I'm thinking I was really Splunk, and if we still think I should cover that, then I'll need to learn more about it. So
all right,
that's about it at the moment.
I'm just moving stuff around in my head. I know I'm probably going to end up taking the ecom box because I know that one's fairly complicated. And Jason was great at it. So unfortunately, he is gone. So I will probably take that. Alex, I've been kind of thinking Windows Server for you.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I've been working with PowerShell and stuff, so.
Okay, yeah.
That would help.
I'm thinking that direction for you.
Okay.
Because I know you helped me out with it, even if it was mostly watching during the last competition. So.
Well, that and I'll help. I can do what I can with the Windows Server and then work on the injects that come in. Is it injects?
Mm-hmm.
What is it called?
Injects.
Yeah.
I thought you're injecting something in yourself.
Yeah, I thought you said Nginx. I was about to say, what? On a Windows server?
Yeah. What? They aren't that new.
That'll get our points and stuff.
I'm pretty sure what the environment it's based off of is before even Nginx was even created.
Probably.
Do we know, have we tried to figure out how we can deal with the Nginx if we don't have many people?
I mean, we need a minimum of 6, right? Or is there no minimum on it?
I don't think there's any minimum, but I don't think, let's see, I would like, if we don't have enough, we can't get one person per server or a group of servers, like I consider the Phantom Splunk a group. If we can't get one person per that, we're just going to be running around like chickens with our heads cut off anyway. So I would be reluctant to even attempt doing that, especially if it's mostly new people.
So maybe the best option is, since we have a meeting tomorrow, is really we'll be like, hey, we need a couple more.
Yeah, I mean, I know we have a few other people who have expressed interest. I'm gonna have to jump off here and send out some DMs and see what's up.
Yeah, I also think another hard thing is this was a Thursday meeting. That's kind of quote unquote last minute. I know it wasn't really, but like But usually our stuff's on Friday. That's kind of what people have gotten accustomed to.
Yeah.
So what we might do is tomorrow, if the people get back to you on the DMs, see if they want to meet after the meeting tomorrow, after the lecture,
Yeah.
just briefly.
Yeah, I'll see what I can get together about that.
Yeah, I don't plan for my GraphQL to be in a full hour. I know I slotted an hour.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm just kind of do a experience like a talk through and an experience dump and then then a demo.
Yeah.
I honestly expect it to be around 30 minutes, but like I said, I just did an hour just in case there was a lot of really good questions.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see. The next thing, intro to CCDC. I'm probably not going to say too much about that at the moment. I'll probably wait until the environment, there's an environment where I can field more questions. I will briefly mention CS Labs just for the sake of the recording. And just say that we have a virtual environment that hopefully we'll be able to use for most of our practice this year that was very much inspired by the interface that CCDC uses. So that will be a great help this semester.
Yeah, and that's all ready to go. As soon as we create the quote unquote module and lab for it, we'll be ready to go.
Sure, that sounds good.
If you tonight, what you could do is spin up a module that's CCDC, click, and then we can start adding labs for the different servers and things like that.
I probably need to get with you at some point. I'm running into some pretty serious problems with actually using CS Labs at all. But
Really?
I'll shoot those to you in a little bit. Uploads for all the labs are failing, and the TTYs aren't working.
Okay.
But I'll get that to you in a minute. At least the last time I looked at it.
Okay.
Okay.
I do know I had to probably for about a 2-week span, there was some issues in terms of packages on the web server that was serving it. And I wasn't aware of it until I had Jason look at it.
I gotcha.
So apparently I probably did something wrong, but I updated the system, and I think that updated the part of .NET Core 2 that wasn't supposed to.
Gotcha.
Because there was a security threat that came out, and I was trying to keep it up to date. So I think that was my bad, but it is what it is.
Yes.
Give it a try tonight. If it's still having the same issues, me and Jason will stick our tongues into it and try to fix it.
All right, that sounds good.
On the other side of that, the capstone next, not this upcoming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, is going to start development on the admin side.
Oh, cool.
And so what that should cover is basic, simple metrics like how many people have used this lab, what's the total usage time, things like that. And on the other side of that allows admins to manage the system. Can put a Proxmox node in maintenance mode, and it'll hot migrate all the labs over, and it'll keep it down for that maintenance time until it gets upgraded, and then it'll pull it back online automatically and stuff like that.
I'll go ahead and mention that maintenance mode is slated on Proxmox's roadmap as a feature. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're digging into this stuff.
Okay. The plan for the application was it just migrates it off of them and just doesn't touch them during that time. That way we don't get into like feature block on Proxmox, because we already had that once. And it wasn't until I think basically the week after we finished the semester that they fixed it. So I just kind of don't want to get into that again. I'm trying to stay away from it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I will keep that in mind. I just don't think I'll be around to see that implemented. Sure.
All right. Is there any other CCDC, any fun questions or other topics you think we should bring up for CCDC related anyways?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything in terms of, they're still doing the competition, correct?
As far as I'm aware, I'd feel really dumb if they weren't.
Yeah. Well, did you see Doyle's email where we have to submit registration and resumes and stuff by a certain time?
I know he said that, but like the big thing I had was Caddis said we're going to have a competition in spring, and then it was like, we're going to have a competition in spring, you know? So So I don't.
Who knows?
We do need to kind of look. I don't know what the status of Caddis is too. I do think off recording, me and you need to sit down and kind of figure out what we're gonna do because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do too much of that. I know Jason's
Alright.
willing to come in and help a little bit if need be. He's more
Gotcha.
interested in learning and listening than anything else.
Okay. Is there anything before I'm gonna stop you there for a second? Is there anything else CCDC that we need to talk about?
I don't think so at this moment.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. So